Yo, what is up guys? I'm bringing you a brand new video, and today we're talking about a long-running event in BDO where you can earn up to 4.6 billion silver completely AFK, or about 3.2 billion overnight with the right setup. This event goes until March the 26th, and to begin this event, you simply come to Velia and talk to Lorenzo Murray, and then select the quest called The Red Hairs Chosen. After that, you're going to need either one of two types of wagon. You're either going to need a forest path wagon, or ideally a merchant's wagon, which both of those can be bought off the marketplace, but I suggest the merchant if you don't plan to train horses past this event, but the merchant will take a little bit longer to level the horses. From here, basically what you got to do is you need to harness the horses onto your wagon. So you're going to go ahead and register each one of these horses. It really doesn't matter what you name them, but you do need to have specific parameters in what you can name them. And you have to go through the painstaking process of just naming every single one of your horses. The general gist of this event is going to be just AFK training the horses, and you're just going to be training them until they hit level 15, and then through Imperial Delivery, you're going to be able to get the pure raw silver, so you're not getting an item, and it's not going to be taxed on the marketplace when you sell it. This is purely raw silver. It also gives you some Flowers of Oblivion, which is really nice if you ever need to try to go for a tier 10 horse of some form. So once you register your last horse, you then need to check in all of your horses, and then you need to right click on your mount menu there, or your wagon menu there, and then hit the harness wagon button and get all 4 of your horses harnessed onto the wagon. After that, you grab yourself your wagon, and if it's a merchant's wagon, it doesn't actually have any sort of repairable durability, so you're just going to go with it like it is. But if it is a forest path wagon, make sure that you do have it repaired. And then in order to set an auto path, you just right click on an area and you hit that set loop button. Keep in mind, if you are training these horses outside of a safe zone, as you can see that I'm doing now, you are susceptible to people killing you. So make sure that you're either on a level 49 character, or you need to make sure that you are AFKing within the safe zone, which I end up changing and start AFKing within the safe zone. So keep that in mind. There's also a new leveling menu here for these horses where they're going to be gathering XP, and it sort of stores it up until you manually level those horses. But here are the buffs that I was using. I was using just some basic training mastery stuff. I was using my horse trainer's clothes. I put on my riding crop to give me a little extra speed on my wagon. Additionally, I put on some Manos accessories just to get a little bit more XP. Then I had Laura's warm tea, Stonetail meal. I had a Verter draft for some life XP, Perfume of Life for life XP, Corsair's aura, a couple of Mount XP scrolls, and then this event item here. So you probably are going to have access to things like your Celerity draft you can buy off the market, the Stonetail windmill is buyable off the market, and those XP scrolls, the Mount XP scrolls, you just search Control F Mount. Once your horses are leveled up with enough XP to hit level 15, you're then going to have to unharness each one of them, and then you're just going to go into your horse menu, and then you can see here's the level up button. And then from there, you can either click the plus button a bunch of times or just hit the max level button. The higher the level this horse goes, the more money you're going to get, but it's prohibitively difficult to level it past 15. It gets very, very long duration to go from 15 to 30, and you really only get 400 more million silver. So the horses at level 15 and 16, you can see that they're worth around 800 million. Whereas if you level them up to 30, you're only getting 1.2 billion. So you're getting 66% of the value of the horse by getting it to 15, and it takes like 1/4 of the time in order to get to 30. But you will have to level up each and every one of your horses all the way to level 15 to even be able to sell them, because the Imperial Delivery has a requirement to even see that button of at least getting yourself to getting those horses to level 15. So we're going to go through the process here. We're going to level up each of the horses. It doesn't matter what skills they get, but sometimes you get lucky and you get more skills, and that can actually increase the value of your horse. But all the horses roughly have a very similar price tag associated with them. One thing that I found a little bit cumbersome about this event is if you don't have enough stable slots to be able to like gather all your horses into one slot, you're going to have to register it at another stable, and then you're going to have to transport it, or like manually transport it to these stables and then remote collect. So yeah, this is the final price, and so you can imagine that each horse, if it's worth about 800 million, that's 3.2 billion silver. For me, it took about 10.5 hours to level up these horses, given the buffs that you saw there on the Forest Path wagon. And those buffs were not too hard to get. So my recommendation, hit 15 and then just call it good from there. I'm also going to show you a comparison now about how the XP can, like how much a higher level horse could actually earn for you. So you could see that my level 16s were worth roughly 841 million. So I leveled them up a little bit more, and you can see that at level 18, they really only rose in price by only a marginal amount, and that took me like an extra several hours just to level up. But I sold all the horses at level 18. I ended up earning a grand total of 3.6 billion from the event, and it was something that I basically did in under a 24-hour span. If you have a really good mount-related XP bonuses, then you could probably do this in about 8 hours. But if you are pretty much novice to horse training and you don't have a whole lot, then you're probably going to take roughly, 16 hours, which by the time you sleep and maybe go to work, by the time you come home, you should have them done. And that's basically it. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this small guide. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please make sure to let me know in the comments. I'm really not sure what kind of videos you guys want from me. I usually cover really big topics, and if you like these little events like this, then please be sure to let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have not already, please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.